Straight into it. Participant mode, subscribers only. And then we're going to go all messages so I can talk to y'all. All right, there we go. Let's start mounting up some weight. You guys know how we do it. It's bench time. I am ready to get it in. Get some weight moving. Yeah. Move heavy objects. Move them up, move them down, move them left, move them right. Let's go. It's that time of day. How's it going? All right, let's start moving stuff. What's up, what's up? How's it going, John? Let's get warmed up. Whew, it has been a long day, a long week. But it's all uphill from here though, so we're good. Feeling good at the moment. Whew. What's up? What's up? Let's pop 225 on here. Let's get some weight moving. Let's have a good time tonight. Oh, nice and easy, nice and easy. What's up, Jamal? How you doing? How's it going? You back in the gym this week? All right, 225. Let's keep warming up. Let's keep warming up. I promise my energy levels will increase progressively as we move weight. Just got to get things moving. That's all it is. Got to get things moving. Nice and easy. All right, let's toss 315 on there. What do you guys think? 315 next? I think that sounds like a good time. 315! Yeah. Keep warming up. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. There we go, all fixed. All right, we got 315 on the rack. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that real quick. And then we'll probably climb a little bit tonight. I saw the video you sent me. I think you sent me the video that they're doing like an invitational and they're doing a open side of that meet. Sounds interesting. I'm excited about that. So it'll be cool regardless. I'm interested to see what the invitational side of things looks like and how those platforms kind of line up. Sounds like it'll be a fun experience regardless. So, all right, 315, nothing super heavy. We're gonna hit this for one. Let me fix something real quick, because I think we're dropping some stuff here. I'm gonna get us hooked up to the internet, make this a little bit less choppy. I think that fixed it. I don't know if you guys were experiencing it, but I was experiencing it. So I think that fixed it. All right. Let me grab a couple sips of the milk, and then we'll move this 315. All right. Tree fitting. Let's get it pressing. Let me change one other thing. One here. Let me change one other thing before we start. Hold on. I'm sorry. We'll see, Eric. I took the day off yesterday. I had a lot going on, but we'll see. We don't have a spotter. We don't have a spotter. We riot. There was a lot going on today, Eric. I'm not going to talk about it on stream. I might talk about it later in Discord, but we're not going to talk about it on stream. Yeah, it's been a long day, and we didn't get out here as early as I wanted to because I do want to try PRs. I was planning on doing it today, but it might be tomorrow now because I got here a lot later than normal. So, but yeah, very, very. I do not eat a lot of sugar now. I'm doing okay at the moment, Eric. Everything is fine, but they're really without talking about it. It's hard to talk about without talking about exactly what it is. So I'm not going to talk about it on stream, but I'm good. I'm good. Just so you know, I'm good. No worries there. But we'll see. We don't have a spotter because I got here super late. But we're gonna do 315. We're gonna do 325, 335. If someone walks in and we feel up for it, we'll go for it. But today has been a straight beat down. So, but so did Tom. I'm gonna be back at the showdown again next year, Jamal, for sure. I liked that meet. The outdoor feeling too. The whole vibe of it was awesome. Oh. Oh, but yeah. Today's a bit. It's a good day, but it's not a good day. Today's a terrible day. But I'm okay. That's the best way to put it. Whew, but we're gonna do good. We're gonna lift. The placement flying off. Yeah, they move around a lot. So we'll see what we feel up for. But I didn't want to miss 2 streams in a row. Honestly, wasn't sure if I was streaming tonight at all. So nice, Jamal. Sounds like a good time. We'll be squatting tonight for sure. We'll be squatting and deadlifting tonight. Is the plan. So, but I don't want to miss 2 days in a row streaming. I wasn't planning. I actually had decided earlier I wasn't going to stream tonight. Just didn't feel up for it. But I decided I wanted y'all to know I was still around. I wasn't hiding from y'all. So, ooh. I'm still here. Just had to take a day. We just did the 315. We're actually about to do 325. Yeah. No worries, Eric. I'm here. All right, 325 is next. Let me grab a couple sips of milk. How's it going? Welcome back, Stephanie. All right. All right. 325. Let's hit it real quick. Woo-wee. Everything feels a little heavy tonight. I'm gonna be honest. Everything feels a little heavy tonight. What's up? How's it going? That wasn't bad at all. We're gonna go up 5 more pounds. Do a 330 tonight. What's up, William? It's not the time of year. It's just a really rough. So I've had a lot going on over the past like 2 weeks, or really over the past week. I've had a lot going on or really last month. I've had a lot of issues with my sleep, but because of things I've been having to do during the mornings that I don't normally have to do. And then leading into this week, it's still happening. I still have to handle those things, but it has gotten slightly better on the sleep end. But now, today specifically was just bad. But we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it today. We're gonna get through the workout. We don't miss a workout if we don't have to. So, what's up, Saray? 365 is my PR on the bench. Tonight, 365 would probably give me a run for my money. I feel very spent tonight. Very spent tonight, unfortunately. So, but we're gonna go up another 5 pounds, do a 330 press, and then we'll do a drop set, and then we'll make our way through the remainder of the workouts. You know. All right, let's get it moving. Oh. Do I wear a what? What do you mean? How do you mean, Noble? I normally just wear this. A belt? No, I don't use a belt on bench. Not personally. Yeah, I just did. What's up? What's up? How's it going? All right, let's hit this. We got 330 on here. We're gonna hit 330 for a quick single, and then we're gonna do some curls. So I got a haircut like a week ago. Nice. Yeah, I've been, my streams have been weird times recently. Welcome back. I never had to get my wisdom teeth removed. I lucked out. I was born without wisdom teeth, according to my dentist. So, exactly, right there. We could use the same bar for the curls, right? Leave the weight on there. We're gonna do a drop set now. Let's peel the weight down just a little bit. $225 for a quick 7 to finish out the bench for the night. All right. Seven's gonna have me winded. 7 is not quite cardio. 8 is cardio, right? We are going to be doing a PR attempt potentially tomorrow, Mermaid. Hopefully you're here for it. We're going to go for the first 370 attempts since competition month, since August started. So I'm excited. Hopefully I feel better tomorrow than I do today. So, but today has been rough. Current PR is still 365. We haven't made any PR attempts in a while. I probably will sleep a good bit tomorrow, but not like super late. Oh yeah, it'll always be approaching, right, Mermaid? So Mermaid, remember, I don't know if you were here during the whole time frame of me prepping for competition, but I didn't do any PR attempts up to competition, but that allowed me to peak to make a competition PR. So we didn't PR our gym bench, but we did PR our competition bench, which is arguably just as important, right? So we did increase our in competition PR by 11 pounds. But now we have to work on our gym PR again. So next time we go back to competition, we can hit another competition PR. Yeah, we are 100% getting that, Mermaid. That's not an issue at all. If I took a year off, I probably would be able to get around 3 plates, but it would probably be very, very sketchy. We will hit 400 this year for sure. For sure. That's not an issue. We're putting on enough body weight over the next few months that's going to become a very easy task to complete. We're doing a massive bulk up right now, so we're going from, you know, juggling in the 170s range, 180 range. We're going to be going over 200 pounds. Right now I weigh around 180, but my last competition I weighed in at 176. So, but yeah, we will eventually. Yes, Eric, that will happen 100%. That one's not happening by 2026 though, most likely. If it does, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Never, Sean, never. Mind you guys, the progression we've made over just the last year or so has been, year ago, we've put on like 50, we put like 50 pounds on our bench in like a year, right? With no body weight increase, 0 body weight increase is the difference. No, I'm natural. So my body weight has been the same for about the last year, with a 50-pound increase on the bench over that year. We will at some point, Rich. We will at some point. All right, let's hit it. All right, let's peel this down. Let's go curl. Curl time, curl time. What's up, Scott? No, we don't do any more than 7. All right. Whole milk. I'm drinking whole milk. Always whole milk. Always whole milk. $125. We're doing preacher tonight because the last couple nights I haven't been doing it. I do like preacher curl. I do have a tendency to preacher curl, I'm gonna be honest. We gotta do dumbbells tomorrow, to be fair. Dumbbells are tomorrow. Or easy bar. We either got an easy bar or we're gonna dumbbell tomorrow. Honestly, energy levels are just not great tonight. Energy levels are not great tonight, so we're taking the easy way out with some preacher curls tonight, I'll be honest. We'll be back to once a week attempts, starting this week. So tomorrow we'll do our first attempts in this competition. Uh, 75 pounds, mermaid. 75 pound 5 years ago, yes. That was my bench 5 years ago. Mark's back. There'll be no handstands, Dakota. We know all about my no upside down rule. My no upside down rule. We're making it through the day, Mark. I'm not going to talk about it on stream, but we've had a rough day. I rested a lot, Jamal. So it's not a sleep thing today, Jamal. It's not a sleep thing today, Jamal. Exactly, Eric. It's all good. It's all good, Mark. I appreciate you asking. So you go through phases with any lift when you're powerlifting, guys. Mind you, it's different than when you're not competing actively and when you're competing actively is two different things, right? If you're not competing actively, you can just constantly beat away at a new gym PR. When you're competing, you have to take time to train to compete. It's different. And there are phases to that. You have peaking phases, you have, different phases of training that you have to adhere to make your competitions successful. And it seems redundant. You're like, well, you should always try and PR more to be better at competition. Well, you're correct. But also when you're prepping for competition, sometimes you take a month, sometimes month and a half or 2 months just to prepare for said competition. And as much as I love doing the gym PRs, competition is what I love doing as well. I really enjoy competing, so I take time to compete. And that's okay, because no matter if I hit a 380 bench in the gym, but I can't do 330 in competition, I can say I did 380 in the gym every day of the week, but doing it in competition is a whole different beast. So the most world record, that's what we want, right? There's a lot going on in chat. All right. Go buck 70. Buck 70. Yeah, at some point we'll go for a 500 bench. At some point we'll go for more than 500 pounds. We're just going to keep stacking additional weight, you know, so both of our shoulders fall off. We'll be adding weight to the bench. And even after that, we'll have to find a way. We're just going to add more weight every single time we hit a new PR. But there's going to be times when you don't PR for a month, maybe 2. I've seen people go 6 months without PRs and then do 2 or 3 PRs in a row. It just depends on what they're doing at the time. Depends on how busy their life is, what season they're in, if they're bulking or cutting, how busy they've been, you know. So, a lot of the time, like this time of year, I'm very busy. Like I'm doing, me personally, I'm doing, you know, no less than 8 to 10 hours of work a day. Obviously, I'm a fitness coach. I'm moving weights around, but I'm working 8 to 10 hours a day moving weight, and then I work out. So you gotta bear with me in some of these busier times. And I stream every day. So here's also a thing you guys probably aren't realizing about the way I do my streams compared to a lot of people that do social media is I show you everything. I show you the ups, the downs, the lefts, the rights, the good times, the bad times, the good food days, the bad food days. I give you everything. I don't hold anything back. When you're watching a lot of YouTubers that do fitness, Instagram, influencers, stuff like that, you're only getting the best moments. You're only getting the best moments. So they're not going to show you their downs for the most part because they always want to be in the public eye. They always want to be on top of their game. And I get it. It makes for a great video. But there's a lot of real stuff behind the scenes with lifting that you don't see. There are times when people just aren't as strong as they were the day before because they're tired. So I work out at midnight, Mark. I work out at midnight. I do take pre-workout. I'm on a scoop of pre-workout currently, yes. All right, let's grab a single at 200. I'll do 210, full brick. Full brick. Pre-workout is very natty. I also use a very clean pre-workout. What's up, what's up? I use a very clean pre-workout. Third party tested. I'm the third party, but the pre-workout I'm taking now isn't super strong either. It's but it's the one I use in competition to hit my competition PR, so it can't be too bad, right? No, Eric. No, that's never happened. All right. 210, 210. Full brick, single curl. Let's get it. Yeah. Ah. Whoa. Felt pretty good. Felt pretty good. Easy work. I'm trying to get myself more lively, guys. I promise. I promise. It's kind of hard. I'm trying to get the energy rolling. Trying to get the energy rolling, guys. All right, let's do some shoulders. Let's do some shoulders. We're going to do an early stream tomorrow, though, guys. I'm going to be streaming early tomorrow. So, see you, Josh. See you, Josh. We'll be on earlier tomorrow, so hopefully you can catch more stream tomorrow. I'm thinking around 5 tomorrow, maybe earlier than that if possible. So, but not going to be 10 a.m. I promise it's not going to be 10 a.m. I promise it's not going to be 10 a.m. I'm going to think like early afternoon, so like 3 to 4. Let's say 3 to 4 is probably a good guesstimate. And not going to be 5 a.m. It's almost 5 a.m. now. It's like almost midnight here. If I went to sleep now, I wouldn't even get a full night's sleep by 5 a.m. So, all right, we're going to do shoulders. We're going to do seated barbell. It'd be like that sometimes. But I need to get a nice early one in when I'm full energy, guys. All right. Let's get it. I eat steak pretty often. Steak happens almost once or twice a week for me. I use it as part of my meals. I do like steak. Good little ribeye or strip steak once in a blue moon is a great option. You know, I like beef. Beef is good. I had beef tonight, not steak tonight, but I had beef tonight. I had steak earlier this week, like 2 days ago. So, barbecue chicken's a top tier option for sure. A lot of chicken, a lot of turkey, a lot of steak in my diet. Always gonna be that way. Always gonna be that way. I preference buffalo on wings, but on drums or thighs, it's barbecue, but on wings, it's buffalo. All right. Allergies, guys. All right, let's get it. All right. Allergic to hard work, 100%, right? All right. God. I've had allergies running for like 3 days. I've been outside for about 10 hours a day for the last 3 days in a row in the sun. So I don't know if you guys can tell, it's kind of dissipated now. You can kind of tell the line there. That's where my shirt came down to. All of that was burned. And my neck You guys can still see my neck is burnt all the way down here. So that's part of my recovery process right now. I've had like sun poisoning for the last couple days. It's part of the issue, right? I am going to do a strongman contest just for the giggles. I actually was looking into it the other night. There's one in North Carolina that I'm thinking about doing. I've got to look at the logistics of whether or not I can compete in it, because some of them you have to have certain other ones competed. Kind of like powerlifting where you've got to qualify. So we'll see if there's any qualifiers for it, because there's not a ton of them towards the end of the year, it looks like, at least not in my area. Through the federation that I found. I might have to look at another federation. So, but I'm going to keep looking. I don't need it to be anything like super well officiated. I just want one that's officiated enough to call it an actual strongman contest. So, it doesn't have to be like a state level meet or something. I just want a local level, fun time, strongman meet to go and hang out at. Sounds like a good time. All right, let's grab 3 of these. What's up, Max? I don't get injured very often. I've never had any significant injuries. That wouldn't hurt my feelings too much, Eric. That wouldn't hurt my feelings too much. The last one was 35, 45, 55. The last one was 175. We're doing 195 this round. 195 this round. First single. Honestly, I wasn't even counting the weight. I was just doing it. I don't know yet. What's up, MC? I don't know what the last set will be tonight. We'll find out. We'll find out. Woo-wee! All right, let's add some more weight to it. $205, $215. I've done strict 225. I've never, I think I've done with a push, I've done up to 245 standing, but strict 225 has been accomplished. All right. It is a very slight incline. The way this bench is, if you go any further forward, it's like all the way forward, like the next lockout is there. Like you're slightly leaning like almost forward on the bench. Like that's the highest it goes before it's like at a, it's weird. I think the padding is thicker than it was originally. And because the padding is thicker than its original design, it pushes you too far forward. So during the shoulder press, you end up back here. It doesn't feel good. So, the real weight's honest. How's it going? Oh, we got 225 on there now, by the way, guys. We're going to hit this real quick. Dishonest Abe, there you go. I have a feeling he's someone from earlier. I have a feeling I know exactly who it is, but we'll let them do their thing. All right. Oh, 225 overhead. I have heard of a dirty bulk. I did it when I first started lifting. But I do clean bulking now. But I have done a dirty bulk early on, for sure. What is going on? I have a feeling Honest Abe is someone from earlier. I'm not going to tell you who I think it is, but I have not eaten a Skittle or a PB&J in 5 years, believe it or not. So, increased stamina and dirty bulking don't usually go together, but I'll take your word for it. They're not usually hand in hand. So, but it can happen. All right, let's drop back for a drop set, guys. So here's the thing, guys. PB&J's, as far as a dirty bulking food, an inexpensive dirty bulking option, PB&J is like top tier. But I appreciate it, Sean. All right, let's hit this. Yep. Ah. No, I don't listen to music when I work out. Not typically. In competition, you don't have earbuds in and you can't really hear the music. You kind of zone out. So I try and lift like I would want for competition. So they play music. I just don't usually hear it. I kind of blank out. I kind of blank out during comp. So out here, nothing but the calls. You know, after last, what was it, 2 nights ago, the music situation 2 nights ago, I'm good with no music tonight. I'm good with no music tonight. That was crazy work. Crazy. Were you here for that, Eric? Were you here for that? Guy really hated the fact I was here. We had a guy come in, wanted me to shut down the stream so bad, but he wouldn't tell me he wanted me to shut down the stream. Would not say a word to me about it, right? No. So he wouldn't say a word to me about me streaming, but I could tell he was upset about it. The thing is this gym literally sponsors me. They want me to do this. So, and it's a private gym. Like, there's not anybody in here right now. And he wasn't on camera, so he shouldn't have an issue regardless. But regardless of that point, whether or not he's founded in his issues or not, he started playing the gym music, which is fine. He put the gym music on, started playing the music from the gym, and that's cool. I don't care. And then he took his his little music pill out, turned it all the way up, and put it on the chair over here, or the preacher curl thing, and played it at max volume, a different song. So he had a max volume song playing from The Office and a max volume song on a speaker, thinking that it would drown out my stream enough that I would stop. So I streamed for longer than I normally would have. Because we're not going to do that. That's not how the things work. You don't just drown out my stream and think you're going to get away with it. So I streamed for longer than I normally would have that night. So yeah. Crazy work, crazy work. And I made sure I was nice and loud as well. The maximum whoo-wee was going on that night, all right? I listened to a good mixture of stuff, but mostly hip hop, rock, country. I listen to a good mixture of stuff. I have a mixture of music I like to listen to when I'm not streaming or lifting. So. Yep. Look, sometimes you're going to run into those kind of people. I feel like he's had an issue with me before I even started streaming. He definitely has. He just ups the ante. Yep. Next up are the 95s, then the hundos. I'm going to sneeze again here in a second. Through the mirrors? How do you mean through the mirrors? I try to be super nice to people in the gym because a lot of people come in here trying to better themselves. If you're going to come in here and just be rude, right? I feel like I have to sneeze, but I haven't sneezed yet. You guys ever have that where you got a sneeze stuck in your nose? It's awful. Yeah, so believe it or not, Eric, I think someone complained about that actually, because the music is now completely it's censored. Like they changed it so it cannot be changed to like outside of a certain set of playlists. So the music is no longer allowed to be adjusted like at will. You have to pick within a few set parameters, which is lame. But I guess the gym's changing its aesthetic a little bit there. I didn't report them. I didn't mind the music. But someone obviously did, and it is what it is, I suppose. 95 is next. I see something with an upbeat vibe to it in the gym, usually. Yes, Sean, that I know. I mean, I know of people, but that I personally know, yes. So, I've met some strong dudes too, so. But of people my body weight, I'm the strongest that I'm aware of, like that I know in my circle. Yes, I am natty. My bench is 365 current. We're gonna get that 370 tomorrow. That's a goal. That's a goal. We're ragging it regardless. So we're gonna get it or we're not, right? We got like scary close the last time we went for it, right before we hit our maintenance period, which is kind of sad. But I'll meet you good. I gotta sleep right and eat good, but we're prepping specifically to do that tomorrow. And I'm gonna try and get in early tomorrow, early afternoon, so I'm at peak condition. We keep doing this thing where we lift super late and I'm super tired. I compete locally, but I competed at state last year, Sean. So no, I don't need to recover more. I've actually had, believe it or not, Rich, I've had more recovery days recently than I have ever, but not by design, right? So because of other requirements in my life, I've had to take a couple extra days off of the gym. It's been kind of it's been kind of like something that was unavoidable, a few things. So more rest days has not helped for sure. Those extra rest days actually impeded me. So they haven't helped though, Eric. I didn't feel better. I feel like yesterday I didn't lift. I'm not going to talk about it on stream, but I didn't lift yesterday, right? And today I feel significantly worse because of that. I feel like I'm warming back up for the day. So but mind you guys, I don't know. I feel and lift better generally when I'm doing it 6 days a week. But here's also the thing, guys. There is responsibilities in my life that I don't talk about on stream. And I usually place first in local. I've only ever had one incident that I've not placed first, several meets. And then I placed second at state for my weight class. Didn't take lift for the meet, but we'll work on it. I have been sick for about the last two weeks, random, but we're still lifting. I've had a cold for a little while. Had a little bit of a cold, but we're making it. This is allergies. This nose thing is allergies, but we have had a cold. We're pretty much over that cold though. I don't think this is related to the cold. So no, I know I'm fighting a cold, Eric. I can feel it. And I mentioned it a couple streams ago that I was fighting a cold. But we don't stop lifting because when we do get better, we'll lift significantly more. Mossberg, what's up? So, but yeah, I've been a little sick. I don't use it as an excuse though. I should still be strong when I'm sick is my thought process. So I can't let excuses exist if I can avoid it, right? So, but there's a lot of things that are going on in my life that you guys unfortunately can't see, right? So, I get up usually about like 6 a.m. and then I stream. I start lifting and streaming at like 10 p.m. So if you guys can do the math on that, on how much sleep I'm getting, it's not a lot. This has been probably the worst sleep period of my life in like 3 years. The heaviest I've ever done is 165 with this, not the cleanest though. Strict, we've done 150, 155 for a single, obviously. It might have been 140, 150, 145, 150. I'd say is better. So, but yeah, I've only been getting about 5 hours of sleep tops a night, and sometimes less than that for about the last month. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me while I get my schedule sorted up a little bit. So yeah, things are gonna move a little slower for a little while. It's just I can't explain why I have to do that, unfortunately, but I can tell you that it's a requirement in my life right now to do that. I have to take the brunt of that sleep because I want to stream for you guys. I'm not going to stop streaming, So that cuts about 2 hours of my sleep. But if you guys have wondered why I've been slowly like streaming for an hour and a half instead of 2.5 hours, right? That's why. That's why. The streams have shortened up because I have to sleep a little bit earlier now. So that's why we've seen a difference in the stream times. It's a requirement in my life right now. So, but I'm making some adjustments, and we'll be able to hopefully get our normal stream times back. No, I have been Eric. I have been fortunately and unfortunately, some things have changed. So I still lift just as much and just as heavy as I've always have, but I have less time to do it right now, and that's going to be like that probably for the next month. So the lack of Fairlife, that's what it is. The sleep and Fairlife go hand in hand. No, so it's more or less, for about the next 3 to 4 weeks, it's going to be like that. Heaviest dumbbell press we've done is we've done hundreds overhead. You talking about chest or shoulder? No, I drink just the Fairlife whole. I get great recovery. My recovery time's great, guys. But mind you, I used to sleep 8 to 9 hours a night, right? Now I'm sleeping for 4 to 5. So my recovery process has changed drastically, but I don't have a choice. Oh no! So most of the dairy standards here are pretty strict. It goes state to state here generally, Eric. So dairy standards, food standards, when they're not regulated, are usually regulated by the state if they're not regulated by the Fed. So, well, I do agree that the United States has some terrible food regulations. Dairy is actually a really, really well regulated thing here. So, and it does depend on what area you're in. There's some states that don't care as much, sure. But dairy's pretty heavily regulated here. But most foods in the US, the regulation is kind of trash. But dairy, I would say, is one of the ones that's less egregious for sure. So. I mean, it's possible. I've never personally drank Canadian milk, so I couldn't tell you. I've never had Canadian milk. If I ever have the opportunity, I'll try some Canadian milk. It could just be a taste preference too, though. But like the milk here, so you have milk grades as well. So when you buy your milk, if you look at them, it should have a milk grade on it. So if you're buying a lower grade milk, you might get, might not be as good. I usually buy a grade A milk. They have like AA, A, B. But if you're buying a lower grade, then it's possible that's the thing too. All right, let's grab it. Yep. We got triceps next, guys. Triceps next. Chest dumbbell press. I think we've done 125. I'm not sure. I don't do dumbbell chest very often. I probably could do more. I just haven't tried. I don't know that they'd let me into Canada. They probably stop me and wonder and ask me about all the whole milk I'm storing in my trunk for the trip. And I don't know if the border guards for Canada are going to believe me when I tell them the 22 gallons of Fairlife in my trunk are for personal use for my 3-day trip. My favorite vanity lift? I don't really do anything for vanity. It's all for muscle and growth and strength. I would say my favorite lift is bench. I don't do anything for vanity. Not my gig. Nope, my wife likes the bulking periods. She's a big fan of bulking. So, I'm gonna tell you guys, I said it before. No, I don't take tape measurements. I'm a power lifter. I'm not a bodybuilder, so tape measurements really don't help me none. But I'm a power lifter, not a bodybuilder. Tape measurements, did I say that right? I think I said it right. I power lift. Tape measurements, no good. That's the point. They really help me. Don't really help me. But I want to tell you right now, if you guys are attempting to find a wife or girlfriend or significant other, they preference strong. Generally, 9 times out of 10, strong will get you further than anything else. So, strong will get you further than anything else. Bulky and strong is typically the gig. Abs will help. Abs will help, but I'm gonna tell you, 9 times out of 10, they want strong. So. All right. Let's go. What we got left? We got a deadlift tonight. We got a squat. We got a squat tonight. Squat. Yeah, we got a squat. Squat's my favorite accessory lift. I'm glad I'm a good influence. How's it going, Mark? Welcome back. Just in time for squats. That's a good strategy, Jamal. I like that strategy. Mark's been hiding from us, Mossberg. Mark's been hiding from us. It's an unfortunate reality, but that's the case. Those hooks need to come down a little bit. Go one more down. But here's the thing, Mark. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Unacceptable, Mark. Unacceptable. Who's that, Stephanie? Mark? All right, let's get this clipped up. Let's get belted up. Let's get started. Time for squats. Time for squats, guys. Squizzots. Let's get it. Ooh. Squat, 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 squat. We got our belt, got our squat bar. Let's get it in. Get it in. I bet, Mark. It's very electrician of you, I feel like. All right, ready? Set of 7. That would have been a competition acceptable squat there, all right? I 3 for 3 my white lights on the squat, all right? I have actually heard that, Eric. I did actually hear that. Like they don't produce body odor or something like that. It's crazy work. You missed it, Mossberg. You missed it. What's up, Tony? Yeah, I don't have that gene. I produce body odor. I produce body odor. Ugh. 2 daily showers, right? All right, let's get it. Always a good day to be chilling, right? Hold on. We got the milk. So what we're going to do tonight, guys, we're going to do a triple here. We're going to go up another probably 10, do a double, and then we'll probably do a drop set. So never, the milk's always with us. So let's do 3 of these. Sumo style. Feels awful. Felt terrible at sumo. Woo-wee! Gets the hip moving. $285 solid. $285 solid, Phil. It's not bad at all. No, I don't do raw milk. I do a lot of milk, but no raw milk personally. So all right. Double. Super close. I don't know if you guys saw the feet there. Tried it a little bit like that. Very, very narrow. But putting yourself in that small ball position definitely puts a lot more emphasis here. Felt that. Felt good though. Felt good though. Trying to play with different stances and see what's going to help me increase this even further. But we'll keep playing. We'll keep playing with it. I will say that felt a lot heavier in that narrow stance than it does standard or sumo. That was probably the hardest stance I've done in a while. I did that stance on purpose, Bar. I did that stance on purpose. So, also we do 90 in training or slightly over 90 in training. We usually don't break 90 until we're closing in on competition time, which we just did competition. So November is our next comp. So we'll start to do below 90 again around that time on a routine basis. We'll do it once every few weeks until then. So, but I've proven that theory, by the way. I've proven that theory. Yes, yeah, we did 315 that competition, 100%. And that was my first competition really pushing squats to any real measure. That was kind of my test run for it, to be honest, and it works. So kind of my test run and it works. So no, compare yourself directly to me. That's what you need to do at all times. If you aren't at least double body weight bench, all right, you can ignore the squat. Just ignore that one. Don't talk about it. No, everybody's a different place, 100%. You were correct, Eric. We all start somewhere, and you don't sound like you're just starting out, to be honest. It sounds like you're progressing pretty well. 285 is a solid number on the bench, regardless of your body weight. Most people aren't touching 225, so 285 is something to be proud of, regardless of your body weight. Regardless of your body weight. I know guys that are heavier than you that aren't pressing 285, so. All right. Everybody's a different spot, right? I know guys that I out bench by 100 plus pounds that out squat me by 100 plus pounds. So it's all perspective. Squats are definitely hitting a little different today. I've been on my feet 10 hours a day for the last 2 weeks, moving stuff around. So my legs have been very spent for a while. My legs have been very spent for a while. My legs have not had a good, in the muscles activated, yes, Eric. Yes, you'd be correct. Yeah, your focus as well. So mind you guys, I'm a bench specialist. So when you compare your benches, and you're not a bench specialist, that's not a fair comparison. That's like comparing yourself to someone that only squats, right? If someone squats primarily for competition, you're probably not going to keep up if you're doing all three. In theory, right? So we're going to do a handful of handful of pull-ups, handful of dips. So all right. We are going to do a physique check. It's been a while since we've done one, guys. I'm not feeling 100% today, but you guys know we always do one. Got some stuff on my elbow, guys. All right, let's take a look. So this is how we're looking right now. The abdominal's still there. We're still looking good for a bulk, right? Not as much definition as we were when we were maintaining our last bit, but obviously 7 pounds does pull some of that definition off the body, right? So, but we're not doing bad. We're not doing bad by any stretch of the imagination. So we've gained about 7 pounds, yeah. Well, let's see, 176, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 5 to 7 pounds, somewhere in there. It's cool, but it's not a requirement in my life. It's cool, but it's not a requirement in my life. I enjoy abs. I love seeing the abdominal there. But if they go away and my bench increases 20 pounds, I don't care. So let's get some dips. Let's get some pull-ups. We're going to do our pull and chin-ups. Yeah, all of my glutes. That's usually where I put it, Eric. All of my glutes, of course. I can't do a physique. I'm not going to do a physique check for those on stream. I'm going to be honest, or anywhere. You guys are just going to believe me. You guys can see how much sun I've gotten over the last few days, though. Look at that. So all the Scottish up here, right? And then all the sunburn from here down. So, but I don't do that. I don't do that, Steven. I don't do that. Huh. I think the most, you talk about pull-ups, the most pull-ups I've ever done was like around the 30 mark. Then I got bored. We're good for around 30 usually. I haven't tried in a while to do more than that. And that was timed. I can't remember what our time limit was, but we had a time limit. So, all right, let's grab another set here. We got one more set to do here. One more set to do here. No, that's a solid amount. There's a lot of people that ain't touching one pull-up, let alone 23. 23 is a really good pull-up number, actually. Really good pull-up number. So, I can't tell you how many people I've had to help do their first pull-up. Okay? 23 is a solid number. All right. Wait. All right, dips. We got 3 sets of 7. So let's hit that real quick. What's up, Coco? How's it going? I love dips. Dips are great. Let's grab another set of these, actually. Dips are a great time. I do enjoy dips quite a lot. So, one more set here. Why would I go any further down than that bar? That is exactly how far you want to go. Exactly how far you want to go. If you're hyperextending your shoulder on dips, you're doing yourself no favor. There's no favor in that. Only thing you're doing is blowing your shoulder out. So, but whatever's clever. But that being said, guys, I am about to close the stream up. It's time for me to go home, get some rest and prep for tomorrow's hopefully slightly more energetic stream. So This is pretty much me at the bottom barrel energy right here. So if you guys ever were like, hey Chris, on your worst day, how's your lifts go? You just saw it, right? This is the worst day energy-wise I've had in a very, very long time. So if you guys ever want to know, what does your worst day energy-wise look like, Chris? You just saw it. That's the worst you can expect. That's the worst you can expect. But you guys have a good one. I appreciate y'all being here. I'll be back tomorrow, probably earlier in the day. We're going to have a great time. I'll see y'all then.